I've got Gbemidekpo Popoola. We'll be doing the show together today, and it promises to be an exciting affair. Gbemidekpo, glad to have you.
Thanks so much for having me. Good afternoon. It's always a pleasure to be on the show as well.
Funding issues. When tournaments start to see players going on strike, we saw it at the last AFCON with Nigeria and, of course, Uganda going on strike because of unpaid allowances. Ghana starting to dish out funds early. It's a good step. We know they might not win the World Cup, but of course, it's a good motivation for the team.
Well, definitely, they would not win the World Cup. It's not about might. They will not win the World Cup, but it is good for them to get. It is good for them to get, allocation early, so that by the time they start preparations, this money should have been in full flow. They would have gotten access to this money, and that's where I'm going to. It is all about access, not just to the allocation. We've heard a lot of times where they say this money has been allocated, especially when it comes to the Nigerian Football Federation. The allocation comes a lot of times, probably 6 months ahead. But will the money actually get to these individuals? Will the money actually get to the federation and needs to make use of the money? And that's the question. A nice one for the Ghanaians if this money could come out as soon as possible, so they can use it to plan as well. Organize friendlies and get 1 or 2 things in place as well. For the players' bonuses, which I think is very important as well before and during the World Cup. So I think it's a good one. Good one, major one for the Ghanaians, a big win.
All right, it's a big win for the Ghanaian national team, talking about the Black Stars of Ghana. From there, let's go to Eswatini. When we talk about football violence, it is not just in Nigeria. It happens not just in the MPFL. It happens everywhere else. It's just that the cameras do not get to capture these moments. But this one was captured as a violent pitch invasion marred an Eswatini Premier League Cup match on the 22nd of February when Mbabane Highlanders, the fans of the club, attacked referee Zamani Simelani after a late goal was disallowed. The clash, part of the Ingwenyama Cup last 16 at Mavuso Sports Center, erupted in at a time when Nsingizini Hotspur's Luyanda Nlengetwa scored, prompting Highlanders supporters' fury. Now, fans argue that 2 clear penalty appeals for their side were denied, fueling anger over the referee's decision. Now, the disturbance forced the match to be abandoned, leaving players and officials shaking and raising concerns about security and crowd control at Eswatini football fixtures. Gbemidekpo, this is not good for our football. We talk about racism, we talk about fan violence, we talk about bad officiating. Wonder when all of this will stop. It seems like it's never going to stop anytime soon.
It's so sad. It's so sad seeing the videos, seeing the clips. I saw someone actually kicked the referee there, set the leg for him to stumble as well and fall, for the others to come fumbling. That's a sore sight to see at this point, and I begin to ask myself, I just saw it's a security personnel there, just one, amongst this whole crowd, and I think it's terrible. It's terrible planning, terrible security situation. The referee had to run, round the field. And to this moment, I think it's so sad to see. Sincerely, this should not happen anywhere in the world. We talk about this in our part of the world as well, about the crowd violence, crowd control, and how well do we sensitize our audience, our crowd as well, our fan base. And I think this also happens all around the world. But I think for me, this is terrible. This is a terrible situation. It shouldn't get this bad before something is being done. And I think this goes just beyond fines and, ban. I think there should be a total lockdown of that stadium and shut down of those games there, because it's terrible to see this kind of situation happen. We are not animals, and this is not a zoo. That situation looks more like a zoo situation.
Yeah.
And it's terrible to see. This is the game of football. It unites everyone. We should not see, the official who is in charge get to face this kind of a situation. It's terrible to see. We just wait to see what the Football Federation there has to say concerning this, and what a result, they would actually bring to the table when it comes to the ban and results concerning this situation. For me, it's terrible, but so bad to say the least.
Very, very true. Terrible action right there, and terrible scenes to see right there on TV at the Eswatini League Cup match that was played, and the referee being attacked right there. Such a sorry sight to behold.